Welcome, wanderers of the night, to the unknown Chronicles. Here, the line between reality and the mysterious is thinner than a shadow at midnight. This is a place where reason falters, where truth warps into terror, and where the ordinary becomes strange, simply because we dare to look too closely. Every story you hear is not just a tale, it is a door. Some open to memories, some to dreams, and some to places we were never meant to see. We walked those corridors together, you and I, lanterns in hand, knowing full well that not every door should be opened. But you came here for the same reason I did. Curiosity. The kind that burns at the edges of safety. The kind that whispers, "What if?" in the quiet hours of the night. Tonight, we step into a story that asks a chilling question. How close can two souls truly be? And what happens when something else notices that closeness? Our tale comes from Isaac and Elliot, twin brothers, two reflections, two halves of one whole. But even mirrors can fracture. Even echoes can be replaced. And it all began with something so ordinary, so mundane, that even every one of us will feel the sting of recognition when we hear it. Not a scream in the dark, not footsteps on the stairs, not the creak of a floorboard at midnight. No, it began with an email, a simple notification, a subject line, a message, one you could receive at any moment. And the question is, when it comes, will you open it? This story is called The Last Email. Let's step into the darkness, shall we?
I used to believe being a twin was a gift, a bond deeper than blood, a second self in another body. Isaac and I had always been in sync, same thoughts, same dreams, sometimes even the same pain. But I was wrong. It wasn't a gift. It was a curse, and it began with the emails. The first came on a Wednesday night. I was working late, the glow of my laptop the only light in my apartment. Outside, the city lay hushed, swallowed by autumn's chill. I barely glanced at the notification, just another email, I thought. Until I saw the subject line, "I see you." The sender was unknown at nowhere.com. A chill slithered down my spine. Still, I clicked it open. 2 words, "Don't run." I felt an uneasy twinge. Spam, maybe, some internet creep. I reached for my phone to text Isaac, but it buzzed before I could touch it. His name lit up the screen. I answered, "Hey." His voice was tight. "Did you just get a weird email?" Something cold settled in my chest. What did it say? A pause, then "Don't run." The words echoed inside me, twisting sharp. Neither of us laughed. Neither of us joked. That was the first night I locked every door in my apartment before bed. The next night, another email. Same time, 11:33 p.m. Subject, "Why did you turn around?" "I'm getting closer." My stomach nodded. I hadn't turned around. Had I? I called Isaac. He picked up instantly. "Tell me your email says something different," he whispered. I swallowed hard. It doesn't. Silence. Just the sound of both of us breathing. Finally I said, "This is a joke, right? One of us messing with the other?" Isaac's voice was thin. "Are you?" I wasn't, and somehow I knew he wasn't either. By the third night, we didn't sleep. The messages came like clockwork. "You're not fast enough. It's behind you. Tonight." That last one made me sick. Isaac and I video called, screens glowing in the dark, both watching our dim apartments. His face was pale, drawn. The dark circles under his eyes made them look like pits. At 11:33 p.m. sharp, the emails arrived again. Subject, open your door. And then, knock, knock, knock. The sound came from my apartment door. I flinched so hard my chair almost toppled. Isaac's eyes widened on my screen. Elliot, don't open it. I whispered, is someone knocking on yours? He didn't answer, he just stared, frozen. Then his video flickered. For a split second, movement. A shadow shifting behind him. My own screen glitched. For a moment, the monitor went black. My reflection blinked back at me. But it wasn't me. The reflection wasn't moving the way I was. It stared straight into me, even when I turned to run. Isaac screamed. His feed distorted, cut to black. I was alone. The knocking at my door turned into pounding. Ding. A new email. Subject, why did you ignore me? The pounding stopped. The silence was worse. Then slowly my doorknob turned. I hadn't unlocked it. The door creaked open. Nothing there. Just the dark. Then the lights died, and I wasn't alone anymore. No one saw Isaac after that night. No one saw me either. Our apartments were empty, computers wiped, phones cracked, abandoned, inboxes cleared. But the next night at 11:33 p.m., 2 new emails were sent from our addresses. I see you. And somewhere in some quiet, darkened room, someone read it. And turned around.
Twins, 2 halves of the same whole. A bond so deep, so unbreakable. But what happens when something else takes an interest? When something doesn't just watch, it waits, mimics, replaces. Isaac and Elliot thought they were seeing a glitch, a prank, a harmless coincidence. But some messages don't come from this world. Some warnings aren't meant to be ignored, and some doors, again, should never be opened. Thank you for following the trails of whispers and warnings with me tonight. I am Thorn Bloodrose, your ever-watchful guide through the tangled corridors of the unknown Chronicles. But our descent is far from over. The signal lingers. The messages keep coming. And beyond the veil, greater horror waits. Hungry, patient, and far too eager to be seen. But please remember, some messages are more than just stray signals in the void. They are invitations, whispered through the cracks, waiting for someone to answer. And some of us, curious as kittens, respond right back, never realizing that by doing so, we've already let something in. Good nightmares, and sleep tight, if you can.